Hello brothers. Last fall I was involved with a environmental restoration thing up here at the Boy Scout camp, and that area is behind me here. I'll put a link to the video up here if you're interested. But what we did is we went through, well, another team went through and cut down some invasive trees, and then we came through and planted and mulched around some other trees. So let me show you how it's progressed since then. Well, for the most part, I really hate pesticides. We sprayed pesticides on all these stumps of these invasive trees, and it seems to have done a good job of killing it. I don't mind using pesticides in small doses like this, where you're spraying directly on what you're trying to kill, and if what you're trying to kill is something harmful, or like poison ivy or something like that's causing you problems or environmental problems. If you're just spraying weeds to kill weeds in your yard, yeah, that's Philistine behavior. We can do better. But yeah, this log's already starting to rot out pretty good, which means even though it's sprayed with pesticides, the fungus and bacteria, mostly fungus, is really chewing on this stuff well. And it's awesome that there's this much fungus in the soil here. That means we have a pretty healthy soil. So we're not going to look at every plant we planted, but here's a good example. This is the New Jersey tea. I don't know anything about this plant, but apparently it's a native plant. But if you'll look, we planted all these, or we put mulch around it and watered it in, so it's doing pretty well in here. I might, if I have time in the future, what I would like to do is come up and pile more mulch down here on the downhill side to help prevent some of the nutrients from running off, and also to help catch some more water as it runs down the hill to provide more water for these plants. Now, unfortunately, well, fortunately this one made it, but unfortunately not all of them made it. So let's go look at one that didn't make it. Right here you can see the mulch we put down, and this is a witch hazel. And unfortunately all that's here is this stick and the tag for it. But nature's filling in. Right here is a walnut tree and some plant I don't know. So these are already growing up in the area, so it's still a win even if the witch hazel didn't grow. Alright, well, not everything we planted in here grew as well as I would have liked it to. We did establish a good beachhead by removing the non-native stuff and encouraging more native stuff to grow, not just what we planted. So we can use this to spread throughout camp and have more and more non-native stuff everywhere, or more and more native stuff everywhere, and slowly get rid of more and more of the non-native stuff. And I hope that you go out and find an organization to volunteer with. There's plenty of Boy Scout camps, parks, privately owned camps, and wildlife places that are always looking for volunteers to help them remove noxious invasives and plant native stuff. And also I encourage you to remove native stuff around your own homestead. Like me and Sarah are going to be doing a video soon about us removing the non-native grasses in our backyard and replacing them with native plants. Now that not only helps wildlife like bees and stuff like that, but it's also going to help our chickens when we get those, provide a larger, more balanced food supply for them, and a more sustainable food supply. God said we're supposed to take dominion over the earth. That means we're supposed to conquer and control the earth and control nature. But that doesn't mean we're supposed to do it like evil dictators and just do what we want with the land and clear cut forest or whatever. We're supposed to do it in a loving, nurturing, and caring way. So if we're cutting down a tree, it should be going to be useful. Something like making firewood or lumber or some other useful thing. And then like these trees back here that we cut down, that those are non-noxious, non-native stuff. Cutting down those and removing them actually helps the environment. That should be our focus. So remember, we prepare today and prosper tomorrow.